What's good? What's good? Velts, what's going on, man? Donald, what's going on, Donald, the 64-year-old G? What's good? Gravy Davy said, what's good? Fanon in the chat, what's good with you? Architect One, Boxing and Barbecue, J1 Pro, what's good? Hell yeah. 78 Sports TV say, stop hugging Amber Black. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. That shit is crazy. Dog, but hey, I'm going to tell you what, dog. If I got one friend on this planet, I want that shit. I want that to be Black Fight Fan TV, dog. Because I swear to goodness, I could rob a bank. I could beat up somebody's grandmama. I could lose to Orlando Salido. I could duck Devin Haney. I could do whatever I wanted, dog. And Black Fight Fan will be there riding, dog. Riding hard, dog. He got Devin Haney's daddy on the phone with him, and he's still riding. Dog, that's a motherfucker right there, dog. That's a hardcore dude right there. Man, get out of here with Lomachenko. Man, Lomachenko fought. Yeah, man, I swear, man, if I hear Rigondeaux's name man, Rigondeaux weighs 103 pounds, man. Guillermo Rigondeaux weighed 103 pounds, fought one round in 5 years. And his go-to is Rigondeaux. What Rigondeaux? Anyway, let me get into this chat, man, because I got some stuff I want to talk about today. And you Clarissa Shields fans need to get the fuck from around me. Okay? I'm telling you right now. Stay away from me. I'm trying to make good videos about her. I'm trying to support her, but y'all getting on my damn nerves. Okay? Gravy Davy, what's good? J1 Pro, 7th. He said, reaching. I ain't reaching. He is ducking. He about to move down the way. I ain't reaching. What do you call it? I'm theorizing. That's what I'm doing. Drew Titan, what's good, man? Sam Alvarado, what's going on, man? Mike Biggs Boxing, man. Toot Robinson, T. Williams, Elvis Hansen, what's good, man? What is happening? Jay, Mr. Duke, Ancestral Rage. He said, Black got the biggest cape on the planet, dog. Hey, man. Hey, I'm telling you. I told you. This is, hey, I can't say he too big for me to crack. See, there's certain jokes I could crack, but I've actually met Black, and that Negro's too big for me to crack some of the jokes that I would be cracking. Just let you know, that 280 pounds and the likelihood of seeing your ass in person is keeping me calm. Because, man, I will be going in, dog. I will be going in. But I can't go in, dog. Can't go in on Black, man. Can't go in on Black. But now Loma fighting in Australia next before fighting Why Not Devin? Because he going to lose. That's why. Because he would lose. That's why. Because he would lose. Dude, you got a young man, daddy telling you they signed with Ahern to get the Lomachenko fight. Specifically to get it. Because he's going to lose. That's why. Because he's going to lose. Just so you know. G5 Gab said, salute for 9. Yeah, Black got cooked this morning. No, he didn't get cooked because he had the mic. He had that mic. He held him off, dog. He held him off nicely because, hey, man, Black will use that bully pulpit because I believe in the bully pulpit, man. You know, a bully pulpit is when you got this. When you got this and a mute button, dog, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm seriously was surprised because I know he's not on StreamYard. You can actually mute people. That's going to be the next step. Loma would KO Devin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Are you smoking? Loma would KO Devin in what? Dude, he's not going to lay a glove on that kid, dude. I'm telling you. He's not going to he's going to lay a glove on him, but no. Styles make fights, dude. No. That shit's not going to go well for Lomachenko, man. I'm telling you. That shit's not. And the longer he holds off, the worse it's going to get. Lomachenko's career is going to end in bloody fashion. I'm telling you. That shit is going to end bloody for Lomachenko. Mark my words, man. What's going on, Boxing Corner? Guys, Boxing Corner? And I'm going to tell you that because Bob Arum's going to feed him to somebody. It's just a matter of time. He can't go down to 130. He can't go down to 130, dog. He can't. You would be an entire bitch if he goes down to 130. Let me put it this way. What's going on, B&B Boxing? I so hope he goes down to 130. Because if he goes down to 130, I'm going to talk about his ass so bad. Oh, man, I might do a daily video on calling him a bitch for going down to 130. See, Bill Haney did it nicely. He said, I forgot how the words he actually used, but he said, real dudes go up in weight, they gonna go back down. Exactly. You can't you can't be having special exceptions in a fucking vacuum for fighters. Okay? You can't go down in weight and be hardcore. You can't do that shit. Nobody, who the fuck gets away from that? How are you gonna credit somebody for moving to heavyweight to go beat cruiserweights? That's like you a college player, you go back to high school. Well, shit, I ain't really no college player. I was really a lot better in high school. So I'm about to go down and see if I can get back in high school. I know I'm an NBA player, but I'm really AAU. Like you're gonna go from the NBA to AAU, and you ain't retired. Man, hell no. That's what I tell y'all. Some of y'all get on my nerves, man. Y'all get on my nerves with this bullshit. Okay? Y'all get on my nerves with that bullshit. I'm gonna speak frankly. This shit's gonna come get unmonetized today. Dude, y'all kill me with that bullshit. Come on, man. Stop the bullshit. If you know it's bullshit, stop the bullshit. You know when there's some shit. Orlando Salido. Hey, he says 7th grade. He said he's in AAU, graduating at 20, then be 21 old freshman in college. Hey, man, all I'm saying is there should be some common things, some standard things, okay? Some standard things. And it should apply to everybody. It don't care who it is, it's everybody. Okay? You ain't the greatest of all time if you not the best right now, okay? You not. All right? Stop that shit. You not. All right? You can't be the greatest of all time if you not the best. If you in your prime and you ain't the best right now. You can't, it can't happen, dog. You can't have some. That's like Manny Pacquiao, right? Manny Pacquiao is supposed to be the all-time. People are like, he's the better than Ali. He's the best fighter. I was having these stupid arguments with people about that, right? I'm like, hold on, man. He was never the best fighter in boxing when he fought. How the fuck can he be the best of all time if he was never? What's going on, Justin? Justin, say to get my cash, man. What's good, man? Much love in that super chat. How can that be? How can that be? And this is why I'm telling you, y'all Clarissa Shield fans need to leave me alone. I'm telling you, leave me alone. Do not come to my old videos harassing me, talking about, oh man, Tank overtaking her. Don't do it. I'm trying to drop the fucking subject. I'm trying as hard as I can. Because I know, what's going on, Jeff the producer? What's going on, Ivy Webb? Much love, Ivy Webb. Jeff the producer, Ivy Webb in the building. Look, let me tell you, man, I'm just speaking true. Because, man, I was up reading my comments last night, and I was like, man, will these people leave me alone? Will you leave me alone? I feel like, like a grown man that is having a little kid pick on. Like, dude, seriously, man, if you punch me in my kneecap one more motherfucking time, okay? If you punch me in my kneecap one more time, I'm going to put my foot through your chest, okay? Don't do that anymore. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to, Fanon, you're a freak show? Yeah, that's what your mama saying. That's what your mama saying. Damn, boy, you a freak show. Hell yeah. Anyway, I'm telling you, please, leave me alone with this shit. Leave me alone with this, okay? Just go ahead and ride with your person, but leave me the fuck alone because I'm trying so much not to fucking go off. Okay, I'm trying my damnedest not to go off. All right, because I know shit. I know that you niggas is full of shit. Excuse me, you got me using the N-word, so you know I'm hot. I know it's full of shit. Stop, leave me alone. Because I want to ride with the team. I do. I'm with the LDBC to ride with the team. I'm here to ride with the team. Okay. If somebody says, hey, Fanon, we try to support this fighter. We really want to build this fighter. We want this fighter to do well. I'll be like, okay, I got 30,000 subs. Thank y'all. Got some real supporters. You know, if I can get 2,000 views on a video about Alexander Usyk or Wojcik, hey, dude, we got some supporters. So I'm feeling good. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's build these fighters together. I'm down for the cause. But if you nitpick with me about dumb shit, then we got to put a spotlight on the fighter in a way that we don't want to necessarily put a spotlight on the fighter. Okay? What's going on? Boxing conversations with Reggie Owens. So that's what I'm being real indirect here. Stop harassing me, man. Stop harassing me. Because I'm not gonna go the other way. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're harassing me. You're harassing me about some bullshit that you know is wrong. But yet, I'm gonna go start supporting that person. No, I'm petty. Okay? I'm real petty. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go the other fucking way. And I'm gonna point out a whole bunch of shit that you don't like about that person, and it's gonna get heard. And I will put arguments in the hands of people so they can use them to fuck over your fighter. Okay? Leave me the fuck alone. And I really, really, truly mean that. Leave me the fuck alone. Okay? I am not the dude to be making me give people you don't like arguments to use against you that you are too fucking stupid to get out of. Okay? I've been up damn near since 4 o'clock this morning reading shit like, leave me the fuck alone, you really are picking on the wrong dude. What's going on, 4-1 Life? What's going on, 4 Life 1D1? And I said, fam, turn on the light, brother. What's the light? Oh, man, I'm not, hey, dude, let me tell you, leave me alone. That's all I'm saying. Stop harassing me, man. There's a certain state in the United States that just likes to harass and threaten people because they like their fighters. And I'm like, yeah, I like your fighters too. But it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. And don't act like it ain't what it is. It is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. Sometimes you just shut up and keep it moving. Myri Sports Nation said, I like how Black Fight Fan TV and people forget that Nicholas Walters was starved out by Bob Arum because he wanted more money and came to the Lomo fight not in shape. Man, look. Oh, you got what's going on, man? Coach Shelton Harris, man. What's good? At home with a true OG boxing talk. Yeah. I'm too old to be taking dumb shit. Let me tell you, man. Terry Schmoot, I already thought you had one. Terry, somebody go to Terry Schmoot's channel. I can't go to the channel. Let me go to your channel, man. And make sure that's Terry Schmoot for real. Then I'd have to go to your channel. For now, you talking about Omaha? No, hell no. I ain't talking about Omaha, Nebraska. I love Omaha, Nebraska. It's you Detroit niggas, okay? It's not Detroit. It's you Michigan folk. Dog, I've got death threats for 2 fighters. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Clarissa Shields. And I'm thinking to myself, what's wrong with y'all? Is it yeah, it's Michigan. I don't understand this. Dog, leave me alone. You said something about Omaha. Nah, man, Omaha is good. Oh, he said, wait a minute. Yeah, yeah. It's in the water. It must be in the water. It must be in the water. I agree. I'm from the D and they crazy out here. Yeah. Man, let me tell you, man. The rap sheet came out on dude. The rap sheet. Okay? The rap sheet. And we will keep this neutral.
right? We're not gonna name names. Yeah, death threats. We're not gonna name names. And that's why I'm like channels that made videos about what I thought. Fuck y'all. Fucking straight up, fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. Don't clout fucking chase me and send these niggas over here to fucking act crazy with me. But anyway, let's just, without saying what the dude's name is, let's go through the rap sheet. Because I got his rap sheet. Arson, 2 times. The dude was registered. Here, Terry Smoot, just don't fuck it up. I know I would. Terry Smoot, there you go. 2 arrests for arson. 1 arrest for assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to commit murder. 2, disorderly conduct. 3, carrying a illegal concealed weapon. 4. That's the rap sheet on the dude you're defending. And I looked at the video, the long form video. A certain woman that you're protecting started all that shit. Nah, Terry Smoot been here for a while, man. Terry Smoot been here for a while. Yeah, say you need to separate the sport of boxing and your personal life. No, that's all it is. But come on, man. I want to support people, but stop going crazy. Okay? Just calm down. And I don't want to do it because I like him. I like the fighter. I like the fighter a lot. But the fact is, the fighter is not the greatest fighter ever. They're not. They're not the greatest fighter ever. They're not. They're not even the best right now. There's another fighter. There's another fighter who that person is going to fight that has been an undisputed champion for more fights than your fighter has even fought. How can I justify that? How can I justify that? If Deontay Wilder had, watch this, if Deontay Wilder held the WBA, the WBC, the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO titles for 10 fights. 10 fights. He held the WBC. This is hypothetical, but follow me here. If the WBC, if Deontay Wilder held the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO belts all at the same time, and he defended it 10 times, and he was 40-0, and Alexander Usyk came in at 12-0 and won the same 4 belts, the same 4 belts as cruiserweight, and you told me that Alexander Usyk was the greatest fighter of all time, I would say, do you know who Deontay Wilder is? There's a guy that has done everything Alexander Usyk has done, but he held it with 10 title defenses, and he's had 3 times the fights. Why in the world would you tell me that Alexander Usyk is greater than Deontay Wilder? You wouldn't. You would not say that because it would be ridiculous to say it. You're just marketing that person. And I'm okay with you marketing. I'm okay with you marketing the person. But leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Because I'm going to tell you GTFOH in all caps. GTFOH in all caps. Hit the motherfucking bricks with that bull-ish. You will never live up to that argument. You guys cannot defend one thing and use the same thing. And we said GTMFB. What is GTMFB? I heard that. What is that? What is GTMFB? Can't argue here for 9. I like, and she has, dog, I'm not mentioning names. I'm not mentioning names. But y'all on my nerves, man. Y'all on my nerves, man. Y'all on my nerves. Okay, on my last nerve. Okay, my dudes who are Terrence Crawford fans, look, man, we ain't really got that much issue, dude. What's going on, Eddie Money, Eddie Sports Money? Look, man, yeah, hit the like button on the way. First of all, you're not really up there like that, okay? You're not really up there like that. All right, you're not. You like Brandon Marshall. You like Brandon Marshall talking shit to Deontay Wilder. Talking about I want to fight Deontay Wilder. I'm faster than you. I can run a faster sprint than you, Deontay. I'm a better football player than you were, Deontay. So, I'm a better boxer than you. No, dog, you're not. Sit your ass over there and call them fights. See, what's going on, man? That's my man, Devin in the building. That Bomb Squad Ruiz fight still won't do 1 million. Hey, man, you ain't nothing but if not consistent, my man, Shevin. Man, welcome back to the man. I'm happy to know that's you, Shevin. I didn't know why you weren't on the channel, but I'm sorry, I forgot that you changed your name. Deontay will knock Marshall head off his shoulders. And it's just ridiculous. Stay away, man. Stay away. Or, you know what? Actually, come on. Take the fight. Oh, by the way, man, Legendary Top Cats had a fucking comedy show this morning on his channel that is classic. I swear, dude. I swear. Legendary Top Cats. Subscribe to Legendary Top Cats. Legendary Top Cats. I don't know if this dude is a rapper. I don't know if this dude is a comedian. Whatever the hell that dude does, that dude had me damn near about to cry for 15 straight fucking minutes of just joning, just flowing. Dog, hey, man, I don't have that talent. Dog, this dude was making riffs. This dude was making comedic riffs off the cuff, like back to 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 back, man. Dog, man, Legendary Top Cats, after the first time I heard this dude do a live stream, I was like, man, I got to get you on the show. I got to get you on the show. Man, this dude is hilarious, man. Seriously, subscribe to Legendary Top Cats. Support this dude's live stream. He'll talk boxing, but man, just sitting back in the morning and you need to wake up and get yourself in the mood to like do whatever you're doing in the day, dog. Tune into Legendary Top Cats, man. I just subscribe, man. Seriously, man. Legendary Top Cats is, man, that shit is hilarious. He said, living out here, half my age plus 7, best advice ever. Yeah, half your age plus 7. People don't know, and much love in that super chat, man. Oh, you heard it too? Oh, man, that's all day Legendary, man. Hey, dude, seriously, man, much respect, man. Oh, he said, how you spell it? It's right here. It's right here. Legendary Top Cats. It's right above you, right above your comment on my screen. Go to Legendary Top Cats, man. Seriously, you will love it, dog. That dude was like, get your ass up, man, dude. I got a lot of oh yeah, Dark Truth said super great energy. He's a very talented dude. You can't come, hey, dude. I got my talents. I have my talents. Okay. I have my talents. And whenever I see somebody trying to like play in the same yard with me, I look like, dog, seriously, you got to find there's talent everywhere. You got to play to your strengths. You really do. You got to play to your strengths. Whatever that strength is. The second you figure, I'm going to do what he does. Dude, you're lost. You're lost because you're not doing what you do. And I mean, everybody has something that they love doing, something that they're very good at, and something that they have experience in that other people don't have experiences in. You know, when you find that, you can do that. I don't know what the fuck he had to rap. He had to have. Because he's the type of dude, he like a battle rapper. You know, like, dude, he's like battle rap on this boxing talk, dude. He's like battle rap on the boxing. Because that shit's coming up like, there ain't no way he's thinking about that shit. That he thought about what the fuck he just said. I was like, ain't no way you thought about what you said before you said it. You had to have just let whatever the fuck it is that had you think that whatever you listen to somebody, dude, he will come in. This dude, let me tell you what he said to me. Because I listen to his chats. But hey man, Donald the 64-year-old G Grant said, for that wilder tooth, you're doing great things, young OG. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. Hey man, thank you, Ricky Samuel. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that compliment. But let me tell you about Legendary Top Cat. I came in, right, to his chat. And I was just like, man, salute. I listen often. But a lot of chats, I don't say anything because I don't want to distract people from the conversation. It's not an ego thing, but because, you know, the LDBC is big and there's a lot of subs of a lot of my supporters support other channels. When I go into a chat, they will say what's up to me once I put a chat in there, right? Or if I go to like the Boxing Voice or Boxing Ego or some shit like that, or Fox, or if I go to a Showtime, if I go to a Showtime stream and I say something, I'm gonna get 50 comments of people either saying "What's up, Fanon?" or "Fuck you, Fanon." Combination of both, but you know it's distracting, and that's why I never compliment. That's why I never comment. But and so if you think you doing videos, and I don't hear what the fuck you had to say about me, I'm there, dude. I'm in your stream. I'm just not saying nothing. Let's keep it respectful. Let's keep it respectful. Especially if we talking to the same group of people, man. Let's keep it respectful. Anyway. Legendary Topcast is like, man, let me get that motherfucking coffee, man. I know that nigga can split. He saw my coffee. And I was like, man, this dude watch my streams, know I drink my coffee, and immediately started flowing on that. Another cat came in there. He recognized that. He started flowing on that. Hey, Top Cats, man, you my dude, man. Oh, Hot Footy says set up a ghost page. I got a ghost page. I got a ghost page. That's how I know people be full of shit. Because they talk to me when it's not Fanon. If it doesn't say Fanon International Boxing, dude, I'm one of your favorite supporters. I'm in every one of your live streams. I will super chat you under names that ain't me. But when it is me, you feel a need to disrespect me. Directly or indirectly. Directly or indirectly. Just because my name don't say Fanon when you get a super chat don't mean it ain't me giving it to you. Hey, Frank Sparty, I appreciate it. No worries, Frank Sparty. I'm just telling you. I stopped doing it. I gave a bunch of super chats to people all the time under Fanon. And I was like, damn, every time I give a super chat to somebody underneath my name, it fucks up the chat. That's what that dude did over on the Boxing Voice. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that shit no more. I'll just get another chat and I'll give super chats under another name. So that way I can give the money and it doesn't distract anybody. But I actually gave a super chat to somebody who turned around and had a fucking conversation about me. Anyway, man. Eric Rosa said, any predictions on Beterbiev versus Wojcik is possibly the best matchup of the year? Man, let me tell you, man, I got Wojcik. I got Wojcik in that. I think Wojcik's too big. I think Wojcik's too busy. What's going on, Joe Bender? I think I think he's too big. I think he's too. That style is going to be funny for Beterbiev, and I think it's going to be an easy fight for Wojciech. That's what I think. I like Wojciech. I did a video maybe a year ago hoping I could see an Andre Ward Wojciech fight. People thought I was nuts. I was like, nah, this dude is nice, man. Wojciech is nice. I don't think I might not have it up on the channel anymore, but it was right after the Kovalev fight, and I was like, Wojciech would be a tougher fight for Andre Ward than Kovalev was. And so I think Wojciech's the best at 175. That's my opinion. I think Wojciech's the best at 175. And I don't think Canelo's going to fight Wojciech. I mean, you don't do that type of damage to Adonis Stevenson and you can't fight. That's my take. Ivan Garcia said, your daughter, oh man, for your daughter's college expenses, I'm not here, but I'll be 11 months. Oh my God, man. I'm not putting other channels on notice. I'm just saying, man, just cut the shit out, especially if you associated with the LDBC. Just cut the shit out. All you other cats, they got issues, you got issues. That's fine, whatever. But if you associate with the LDBC doing it, come on, man. Come on, man. I know what you're doing. Stop. I never did that shit to you. That shit's not cool, man. Anyway, keep the pressure on these immature clowns. Yes, sir. Guys, boxing corner. Wojciech has more levels, but Beterbiev has the power to break him down. Should be a fight of the year candidate. Oh, as far as the fight of the year, no, man. I think it's going to be real tough. I think it's going to be real tough to pass up Errol Spence and Sean Porter as fight of the year. That was serious, man. Terry Smoot said, Terry Smoot's not talking to me. LDBC got 4 corners of boxing on live. Absolutely. We got terrific channels, man. We got terrific channels. Absolutely, man. The LDBC, in my opinion, is the best. It's the best thing that has occurred in my boxing, in my time being a boxing fan. The one development I've been a boxing fan for 40 years. At least 40 years, probably 42 years. I've been a fan of boxing for. When is 1970? Oh, I've been a fight fan for 44 years. I can put a date on it, man. 44 years. I've been a boxing fan. And for me, the LDBC is the best development in boxing that I've seen. For me as a fight fan. Since 1976. Since 1976, because I know that I've been a fight fan because I remember the first fight that I was interested in was Muhammad Ali versus Shavers. Those are the fights that I remember seeing on TV or on replay on ABC. Was the Ali fights that got replayed on ABC. I was too young to remember Joe Frazier Foreman, but I remember Shavers. I remember definitely remember Spinks, Holmes, all of that. What's going on, Tyrone Jones? What's good, man? I remember all of that. As a boxing fan, somebody that likes to talk boxing, the best development for a boxing fan, for me, has been the LDBC. Because it is a place where people can express their opinion. People who are fans of black fighters, fans of people in their community, in my community, me. Actually, I should say that better. Me, as a black man who was a child at the time who was a fan of boxing, where I can openly express my admiration for fighters in my community without being attacked. That had never been the case in all the years that I had been a boxing fan. when I went to school as a kid, and I didn't even mention Ali because they were all waiting for him to lose. Mike Tyson, I couldn't talk about Mike Tyson because they couldn't stand Mike Tyson. And there wasn't really a mechanism to talk about it because there weren't a lot of boxing fans around me. But when social media came out, then there was a lot of talk, but it was around East Side boxing. It was around people who would call you a monkey and all kind of other shit for supporting black fighters. And then into the YTBC, which was a mixture, which was all of the boxing channels and all of the boxing fans on YouTube. Then 78 broke off the LDBC, and they were like, nah, man, we're going to basically do this so we don't have to deal with them. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to start a channel. I'll start a channel because now I know that there's a specific way to identify people that I know will not attack me for what I believe, which is why you motherfuckers are getting on my nerves. I do not have to support every fucking thing any black fighter does, says, their team does, their team says. I don't have to do that. And when you start attacking people for doing that within the LDBC, fuck you and everybody that fucking looks like you. Straight up. Let me repeat that. Fuck you and everybody that looks like you. Because I don't have to like the fighter that you like. I don't have to. What I see the LDBC being about is my ability to express my opinion without being attacked by people within my own community. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. And I mean that. What's going on, Money Brown TV? How's your mom and dad doing? Everybody doing well, man. Love is life, man. Life is good. Anyway, man, I just wanted to say that, man, because the shit is ridiculous. Okay? The shit's ridiculous. I'm where I want to be. I'm where I want to be. I do not need any more subscribers. I don't need any more supporters. I don't need my videos to do more views. I don't need more people in my live stream. I don't need any of that. I already have all of that. What my issue is, I don't want to lose what I have that's most important to me, which is my freedom to talk about boxing without being attacked. When I never said shit to you. Patrick Scott said, kick rocks on the train tracks with the train coming LD. Exactly. Exactly. Where's Drink More Water at? I don't know. He'll be back. That's my dude. That's my dude. And man, me and Drink More Water disagree all the time. Tyrone Jones said, do you think it's enough space for someone else like yourself to do the same love, that same's a love to do that you do and has passion the same and wants to join the club with you? Do I think that there's room? Do you know, let me ask that question. Let me read the question again. Do you think it's enough space for someone else like yourself to do the same, that loves what you do and has a passion to do the same and wants to join the club that you do? Well, let me break that up, Tyrone. Hey, much love, man. That's one of my favorite Patreons, man. I want to do a joint. I want to do a joint one with you, Nestle. Let me answer that question. First of all, YouTube is huge. It's huge. There's plenty of space for anybody to do whatever they want to do. If you're speaking about do what I do, it depends on what level you're talking about do what I do. Like, for example, on one level, I do the same thing that BFTB does. He makes videos, right? And I love BFTB. Love BFTB. One of my favorite channels. I'm using BFTB because there ain't nothing but appreciation and love with BFTB. Best Fight the Best, right? Best Fight the Best and I are very similar. Best Fight the Best and I both do videos. We both have live streams on a daily basis about boxing. But what we do is markedly different in many aspects. What I do is my videos are arguments. I'm primarily a video channel. And I do 4 videos a day that release in the afternoon, 1 in the morning usually. I didn't get it done today because my schedule was off, and 4 in the afternoon in a live stream, where I do 4 arguments a day. I'll do one about, and typically it's formatted like this. I do 2 about Black American fighters that I like and that I want to support. And then I'll do 2 off topics that not a lot of people cover, right? So I might talk, and then I do a video, then I do, a live stream where I talk about that, but I do my live stream after I've already done that. So, but that's different than what Best Fight the Best does. It's not any better than what Best Fight the Best does, but it's different than Best Fight the Best does. If Best Fight the Best tries to impersonate me, he's going to fail because he's not me. What's going on, David Scott? Because he's not me. If I try to do what Blue Blood does, I fail because I'm not Blue Blood. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go look for fighters I'm not going to put a camera in my hand and go stand behind and go try to interview people, stand in the press conference. I'm not going to do that because that's not me. That's not me. Because as soon as I get there, I'm going to be like, fuck this. I'm not doing that. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to pay enough money so I can get my seat close to the ring. I'm going to sit my ass down and watch the fight. I don't have the same work ethic or the same desires as Blue Blood. If I tried to be Blue Blood, my channel would have failed. If there's been examples of people trying to be me and they're going to fail because you don't have the same experiences. You don't do the same things. You don't think the same way that I do. I molded my channel around me because the only thing that I have that's unique is me. That's it. If you try to talk about a contract, you try to talk about contractual relationship between Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua, you're going to come off sounding crazy because that's not what you do. That's not what you know. If I try to be scrapbook, it's not going to work because I've not been watching boxing and been at fights and met Hall of Fame fighters and for the last 60 years. I just can't do it. If I try to be 78 Sports TV, it's not going to work. I can't do Tales of a Hustler. How can I do that? How can I do it? It will fall on his face. So to answer your question, on one level, yes, there's plenty of room to do the same thing that I do. There's plenty of room to do videos. There's plenty of room to have live streams. Not as much with live streams because of the schedule, but there's plenty of room to be you and be a boxing fan and have conversations with and interact with boxing fans. Plenty of room for that. But there's very little room to be me because I'm the only one. That's me. You see what I'm saying? I'm the only one that's me. So the challenge for you is to be you and find the people that like you. Find the people that like you. Find what fits in your schedule, what you can do, and do that. And if you do that, there's billions of people in this world. There's going to be millions of people that have that in common with you. just because of the number of people. Of the 17 million boxing fans in America, there's going to be 30,000 of them that like you. You see what I'm saying? Plenty of room and plenty of, yeah, absolutely. Plenty. Yeah, exactly. You can only be you. I'm not making it up. I have people all the time tell me, oh, you lying. Show me your law degree. Show me your degree. What is your educational background to talk to me about economics and politics and sociology? Tell me, how do you know? Dude, I am who I am. I love boxing. I loved boxing before I ever went to high school. I was a boxing fan before I ever took torts, or before I ever took contract law, or I took civil liberties, or I took property, or I took federal income tax, or I took Western history, or any of the things that you do through your formal education. I was a boxing fan first. I love Ali first. That's the love that I have for boxing. Because where I was young, that was my hero. Him. Western history. Him. That came before everything else. So because I had that love for boxing, and I had a love for the personalities around the sport of boxing, everything else that I learned and everything else I did from a small child, all without thinking of it consciously, revolved around the sport of boxing. I think, okay, Rock Newman. I've met Rock Newman. I met the lawyer, my daughter's tennis coach. My daughter's tennis coach used to write his mother, who was a professor at the same university I went to, wrote all of the agreements for Riddick Bowe. So it's like, that's what it is. But at the same time, you have people that grow up in Dallas, right? They grow up in Dallas and they learn. And what's their connection to boxing? They picked it up because their friend became an Olympian. Their friend that they went to high school with in DeSoto became an Olympian. And then they started seeing training. Then they met Derek James. They saw what it was about, what was going on in the training camp. And then from there, they started noticing and knowing who it was that Errol was going to fight next. And from there, they went and they met like the Fox News, the cameramen around, and they figured out how to do videos and they did different things. That's how they came about boxing. So if you go from that point of view, then you're going to develop in a different way. Blue Blood Sports TV grew up in New York, and he had a different entrance into the sport of boxing. He's a college athlete. He's a college football player. So his love came from wherever it came from. Blood's love came from where it came from. Black Fight fan, he has his genesis. But it's just like a plant growing. I got into boxing after Trinidad beat Oscar De La Hoya. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. But don't steal. Just come on, man. Don't steal the joy of being in the LDBC for people. For me. Okay? Sorry about that. Anyway, man, I'm such a fan of what you have established and believe in it. I would never want to be watered down by an oversaturated market. Oh, Tyrone said, I'm such a fan of what you have established and believe in. I would never want it to be watered down by an oversaturated market. Yeah, I mean, it is getting over. There's a lot of people out there, but that's okay because it's a one-on-one relationship, man. Tyrone, it's just a one-on-one relationship. There was a guy who shall remain nameless that did a video about everything I did a video about. Wanted to go live the same time I wanted to go live. Just complete mimicry. I've had other people establish whole channels on exposing Fanon. I've had other channels like do videos debating me without saying my name. Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. They can do what they do. But you know what? But Fanon is going to be here at 11:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Sundays with KQKC, Blood Boxing, Curtis Anderson, and we're gonna talk boxing. Axiom say Haney keep ducking. Get up out of here, man. Haney keep ducking what? Oh, said it. But hey, man, my man D-Style Boxing. Subscribe to D-Style Boxing. He said, and Kip Kurt Sugar said, and Panada's on archive too. Dog, I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna stop working. You know? My thing is just within the LDBC. It's just within the community because that's all that really matters to me. I'm known in the community, so it's where it is. You're not gonna make me unknown. You know what I mean? You're not going to. Fanon also in the seamstress said Fanon always has a passion for the sport, and I appreciate it. You back in the day answering my long questions. No worry, Nazim the Dream. That's what we do. But look, man, you're not going to make me unknown in the LDBC. It's not going to happen. It's already there. The community of people that I want to interact with, I already interact with them. I'm not trying to grow my channel. I'm not trying to, and if I was trying to grow my channel, I wouldn't do it the way that I was doing it. As far as subscribers, I wouldn't do that. I know how to get subscribers easy. I know how to get them easy. Trust me. Don't even have to trust me. I've done it. I can get 30,000 subscribers in a year. It would cost me about maybe $8,000. I would go to a fight. I would call somebody up. I would say, "Can I interview you?" And I would stick my camera in the face of a boxer. Name the boxer. Deontay Wilder. I could do that. I'll stick a camera in his face. And I'll do a 3-minute video. And I'll say Deontay Wilder. And I'll put it up. Put a little subscribe banner at the front and the back. And then that video will probably get me 400, 500 subscribers. Do that 3-4 times a month. And there you go. Not difficult. Not difficult at all. But that's not making, first of all, that's not making you any money. And number two, you are like Black Fight Fan TV. If I did that, like Black Fight Fan TV, I'm getting subscribers. I'm not getting supporters. Not worth it. Not worth my money, not worth my time. Shamzilla said, I became a subscriber because of quality of content. That's me. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to be very high quality. I'm trying to have as quality a presentation as I can give you for your time. And I'm trying to give you as quality an argument and as complete a thought as I can while not wasting your time. And it's been a battle getting there, but it's an opinion and I'm going to share it with you. And there'll be some people that like it, some people that don't. If you leave in the comment section, I'm going to respond to you. I want to develop as many as possible, as many one-on-one relationships as I possibly can. Can't you monetize your channel also? My channel is monetized. Every one of my videos is monetized with multiple ads. Don't nobody want to be part of my channel that's going to sit past, Rasheed Waters. Hey, man, I'm just telling you. Dude, every one of my ads, every one of my videos have ads in it. And my thought is this. My thought is, I'm going to give you as much quality as I possibly can. If I can teach you something, I'm going to teach it to you. If I can give you my expression about it, I'll give you my opinion about it. The best that I possibly can do, I'm giving you. And the only thing that I ask in return is that you go past an ad. I'm not asking you to give me any money. I'm asking you just go by the ad. Because if you go by the ad and you think that it's valuable, then I'm going to get exactly what I'm going to get compensated for it in a way that will pay for that $800 camera and that $800 camera and this $500 microphone and the electric bill and all the other shit that I have to pay to do it. And I think that's a fair exchange, provided I'm giving you actual quality. I'm giving you actually something that you can use and adds value to your life. Enough value that it's worth you saying, oh, I see those two little yellow lines. That's no biggie. Well, I'd have, man, let me get this. Nestle said, please provide a background story on Haney and Loma. Loma promotion has been great and his skills look transcendent. I know little about Haney. Here you go. And Ivan Garcia said, I became a fan of yours for your knowledge and the way you come across an honest man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Much love to both. Hey, man, I see you, Juniper P. I'm going to read that in a second. I appreciate you, man. Let me get back to Nelson. This is what it is. You have a young man who's 20, who turned pro at 19 because Devin Haney didn't get to go to the Olympics because the Olympics rules, there was a change in the rules in U.S. Olympics where you had to be either 21 or some age like that to turn pro. So certain young men that would have went to the Olympics didn't want to wait another 3 years to go pro, to go to the Olympics so then they could go pro. They immediately went pro. So you have guys like Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney, Money Powell IV, that all went pro at an early age instead of going to the Olympics. Okay, that wasn't the case when Lomachenko was in the Olympics. Lomachenko didn't turn pro until he was 25 years old, till he had fought in the Olympics 2 times. And he's also from the Ukraine, and the Ukraine is, unlike the United States, the government in the Ukraine pays for their training. You can live on a stipend. It is a heavily government subsidized boxing program. So Vasily Lomachenko is in essence been a professional, by that definition, I mean being paid to fight, getting compensated for boxing since he was 10 years old, whenever he started their amateur program. So Devin Haney, though, did not have that. Devin Haney turned pro at 17 or 18, whenever he could, and he fought in Mexico. So you see, he might have 20-something fights, but most of those fights the early fights took place in Mexico because he could go down to Mexico and fight professional fights early. Similar to the way that Canelo Alvarez did it. If you look at Canelo Alvarez didn't go to the Olympics. Canelo Alvarez is from Mexico, and they start fighting professional fights at like 16 years old. Same thing as Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao didn't go to the Olympics. Manny Pacquiao was fighting in small fights in the Philippines from the time he was 15, 16 years old. So it's just a different way that you enter into the pro ranks. Devin Haney entered into the pro ranks very early and had to have a bunch of setup fights. Lomachenko entered into the pros when he was 25 years old, which is 3 or 4 years older, maybe 5 years older than Devin Haney is right now. So Devin Haney is a developing fighter, is now the mandatory for Lomachenko's WBC title that he just won against Luke Campbell. Devin Haney is younger, he's bigger, and he has a fighting style, the footwork on the outside, that I believe will cause Lomachenko problems. When people talk about the accolades of Lomachenko, they talk about how fast he became a world champion. And that there's 2 sides to that. One, he didn't get there that fucking fast. He didn't get there till he was 25. He didn't get there till he's 25 years old. He's been fighting since he was 8. He didn't get there till he's 25. The reason he didn't get there till he was 25, because he didn't turn pro till he was 25. He also has 6 fights in something called the World Series of Boxing, which are professional fights that you get paid for. But regardless, that's how he came about. That is how he got into professional. Same thing for Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk might have 16 fights, but I think he's 31 years old. I'm pretty sure Alexander Usyk is in his 30s with 16 fights. Why is that? Because he stayed in that subsidized amateur program in the Ukraine for years and years and years, fighting as a professional. You get what I'm saying? So now people are saying Lomachenko is ducking Devin Haney because he's talking about moving down in weight. Devin Haney, because of the last fight that he fought, is now the mandatory for the WBC title. If Lomachenko moves down in weight, goes from 135 back down to 135 and refuses to fight his mandatory, that's a duck. By definition, that's a duck. And it doesn't matter how many excuses people give you for why you're moving down in weight away from your mandatory. It's not like, and that's what Devin Haney's father said. He was like, I can't remember the words he used, but he was like, man, real dudes go up in weight. If Lomachenko was going to go up to 140 to go fight the winner of Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, then that would be something. That's what Terrence Crawford did when he moved from 140 to 147 to fight Jeff Horn. But what Lomachenko's talking about doing is actually going back to somewhere where he was already. But Devin Haney's a beast, man. Devin Haney's a beast. But he's not going to have the amateur. You're not going to find American fighters with the same amateur pedigree that you will people that come from countries that support amateur boxing. The United States, we don't support amateur boxing. I have an interview on my channel with Errol Spence Jr.'s father, and one of the questions that I asked Errol Sr. was how did Errol Spence Jr. pay for everything? And his father said, I paid for it. It came out of my pocket. I drove him all around the country. I paid for his training. I paid his trainers, right? So you think about all the money it took from the parent of Errol Spence Jr. to develop him into a fighter. That's nothing that Lomachenko had to worry about. In fact, Lomachenko, if his father, I do believe his father was an amateur coach, was a coach with the program, his father was getting paid to coach him. And his family was getting a stipend for fighting. It's just a completely different ball game. And it's also amateur to pro. Devin Haney's dad, the guy that was just interviewed over on Trill Boxing Talk, I guarantee you he paid for everything. He invested. The people that taught Devin Haney to fight, Bill Haney paid for the gas to go into the car to get him there, paid for the guy's training, paid for the gloves, paid for the bat, paid for whatever needed to be paid for Devin Haney. Bill Haney had to pay for it. Same thing for Money Pal the fourth. Money Pal the third paid for all of that. That's the big difference between the amateur system that Lomachenko came from and the amateur system that people come from in America. And that's why people turn pro, And that's why people turn pro early. You're just not going to see an American fighter that's good go through 2 Olympics because it's time to leave and make some money because the shit's coming out of their pocket to get there. That's the background. Ivan Garcia, man. Appreciate you, man. Much love in that super. Damn, Volcanus. Salute, man. Much love in that super chat. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, sir. And Sugar Fantastic in the building, man. Thanks for the consistent support. Yes, and Naseem said Usyk is at least 30. Yeah, it's apples and oranges the way that they're selling that. You got a guy that's 20 years old. Like, just think about there's a line. What's going on in Kansas City, Mac? There was a line that was used by Muhammad Ali that will sum this up when he won the championship. He said, I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I'm just 22 years old. I'm just 22 years old when he beat Sonny Liston. 22. How old is Alexander Usyk? The guy that they're saying could be Ali-like. He's 32. Ali had already made the Hall of Fame by the time he was the same age as these people got their first title. It's apples and oranges. Yeah, that's what. Oh, he's like Ali. Yeah, just like Vasyl Lomachenko is the greatest fighter since Ali. He didn't turn pro till he's 25 years old, man. He's 25 years old. And you're acting like a guy, like you think he could have went straight to a title fight when he was 18? You see what I'm saying? What would Lomachenko have done when he was 18? Hey, Kara J. Cytherean Slayer. Dog, you starting to fight, you're going to get blocked again. Which one of you dudes and blues, black man dude, they just going to block. The guy that's going to block you next is the guy that did it. Okay? If you really don't want to get blocked, that's a bad way to walk in the gate. Okay? He said, who said Usyk is like Ali, man? You want me to name him? Just Google it, dude. Google it. Hey, Kara J, watch this. See how I just hit you? You talking shit and looking for attention. Okay? That's how you got blocked. Now, let me unblock you. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring you back from the dead, and we're going to start over. Don't walk in the door insulting people and starting fights, okay? You'll get thrown out. I just saved somebody else the trouble of doing it to you. We got rules over here, homie. Nestle said the U.S. can't support boxing the same way Ukraine. We don't even support boxers in high school due to concussions. Any other? Ali comes every 100 years. Ali ain't 100. He wasn't 100 years old. I don't think not the talent of Ali comes around in the United States. We stay here. I'm going to tell you flat out, homie. The talent of Ali, we keep him. We keep him. The question is whether or not they're going to play basketball. They're going to box or not. Okay? Let me talk shit about black athletes in America. We keep them. We keep them. We keep that level of athlete. We spit them out every year. The question is, are they going to go to jail? Are they going to go to prison? Are they going to play football, basketball, baseball? Are they going to play football, basketball, or box? That's it. We spit them out. All the time. All the time. We spit them out all the time. We keep them. Okay? We keep them. The question is where they're going to wind up. That's the only thing. Now, some other people might spit them out every blue moon, but we don't. We spit them out all the time, homie. Spit them out all the time. If it ain't going to be Ali, it'll be LeBron. If it ain't LeBron, it'll be Michael. If it ain't Michael, it'll be somebody else. It'll be Kobe. If it ain't Kobe, it'll be Carl Lewis. If it ain't Carl Lewis, it'll be Deion Sanders. Trust me. We spit them out. We spit them out because we got no choice. You either sling and crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. You either sling, crack rock, or you got a wicked jump shot. One or the other, homie. One or the other. Yep, Zion Williams is one or the other, homie. It's one or the other. Okay? You can make ice. You can make ice. You can make it in any form that you want to, as long as it's frozen. If you freeze it in something and you shave it down and make it look like an ice sculpture or a regular ice or crushed ice, it don't matter. Water is water. And as long as you freeze it, it's going to work. Trust me, dude, we got athletes pouring out the yayo. Okay? Athletes pulling out the yayo. Fly Guy 182 said, do you think at this point everybody knows Canelo is a duck artist? Yeah. Absolutely. Not everybody knows it. Everybody's heard it. I'll put it that way. Everybody knows it. Everybody has heard it at this point. Everybody's heard it. Everybody. Yeah, but see that thing? That's why I'm saying boxing. It's hard to compare boxing now to boxing. He said, bro, you look like Vince Carter. No, I don't. I'm just bald and slightly yellow. Other than that, I don't look shit like him. I wish I had some hops like him. That'll be good. Trust me. I'm way shorter. How about will they become doctors and lawyers instead? No. And maybe. But statistically speaking, no, they're not. No. Statistically speaking, no. And I'll tell you why. Because most of us need money to get to college. Most of us need money to get to college. Okay? There's not enough. It's not a big number percentage-wise of black people that can afford to get their kids through college without athletics. You need to get a scholarship. So you can either be somebody that is you can be a very, very good student, but you either have, in order to get your scholarship, most times that's going to come in sports. And if you are athletically inclined, you're going to play sports. We play sports. Sports is big in the United States. You're not missing too many guys. There are not going to be a lot of guys. There'll be guys, though, I will tell you, though, that are very, very good athletes that then become doctors, become lawyers. Absolutely. There are plenty of those. I had a friend when I was in law school. He was in medical school, and he was one of the top 400-meter runners in the country. But he wasn't Carl Lewis. He wasn't Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis is going to make, the Carl Lewises are going to make more money. Carl Lewis could have done whatever sport he wanted. But no, there's going to be a lot of doctors. There's going to be a lot of lawyers. But people who are athletically gifted on the level of an Ali, they know they're athletically gifted on that level. And they're going to take advantage of it. That's how our society is built. There are athletes at a certain level of athleticism. Dude, you know who those dudes are. You see them. You're fucking around playing basketball with them and they're just jumping. Their head is here. I mean, you're there, you jump, they jump, you're at the middle of their chest. They all way fuck up there. They know they're athletes like that because they've been athletes since they were running around in a park. You know what I mean? They've always been athletes. There's nothing wrong with sports. I see the argument that people make about wanting people not to be focused solely on athletics, but I think that oversimplifies it. I hear Boyce Watkins talks about that. Why all these people running around playing with balls? Fuck, because the balls will pay for college. What the fuck are you talking about? Because those balls will pay you to go to college. That's why my son plays basketball and my daughter plays tennis. Shit. Because it costs $100,000 to get through that bitch. And if you can shoot a fucking basketball and they'll pay you to go, take your ass there and don't come out with debts. That's common fucking sense. You don't train your kids. I don't think you train your kids and spend time with your kids to go to college to learn how to play sports so they can go pro. You do it so they can pay for their college. That shit costs $100,000 to go to college, to be able to have a piece of paper where you can compete and go for a degree. Why the fuck wouldn't I, while my kid is doing their schoolwork, pay an extra $300 a month to teach them how to play a sport that, if when they get done, might be worth $150,000 just by getting a scholarship? That's common sense. Many of the people that I went to law school with either went into debt to get into college, so they popped out of college with $100,000 worth of debt, or they were athletes that were good enough to play college sports and get it paid for. And then they wind up getting out of college with no debt. That's what that's about. But they're not the super duper athletes. You talking about Ali. My mama went to school with Ali. That ain't no normal dude. Okay? Let me tell you, that ain't no normal dude, man. 78 Sports TV in the super chat. He said, the most talented people in music or sports are American prisons. They made mistakes. Nobody will know them. I even met a young black mathematical genius in jail. He just came up in the wrong situations. Exactly. 78, let me tell you true story. Okay? True story. I took an IQ test. I am an intellectually talented person. Intellectually, I'm talented. Okay? People can think I'm bragging. What the fuck? I'm not bragging. I'm telling you the truth. Intellectually speaking, I am talented. That comes easier to me than it comes to other people. And that's just how it is. I took what you call an IQ, that IQ bullshit. I took one. And it was significantly above 140. And the reason I took it is because I was failing all these classes. And they were trying to like figure out what's wrong with me. They're like, hey, put them in a special education class or something, right? But then I did this. I was like, okay, I'm in the top 2%. Top 2% of everybody that took that test, right? And then if you're from Chicago, you know where 94 is, the Kennedy Expressway. 94 runs straight through city of Chicago, right? Or right from north to south in the city of Chicago. And the Robert Taylor homes were up at the time. They've since tore down the Robert Taylor homes. And they said that there was, I don't know if there was like 100, let's say, I can't remember, but 100,000 people lived in the projects. And I was like, damn, what is 2% of 100,000? That's 2,000. I was like, damn, there's 2,000 people up in that motherfucker smarter than me. If you look, there's 2,000 people in there that were by the percentages. If you extended it and included them, there's 2,000 people in there smarter than me. When you're talking about large numbers of people and the talent that's in there and how hard it is to get through things, you know that there are motherfuckers out there that are getting caught. In fact, the people who are very, very intelligent are more likely to get caught up than people who are not. More likely, because the system is because people who are intelligent make logical choices, right? Logical choices. And if you make the wrong thing, the logical choice, you are going to trap large percentages of people. Think about this. And Black Fight Fan TV says this on his channel. And I thought about it when he said it, because Black Fight Fan TV is a bright guy. He's a very, very, very bright guy. He said when he was in kind, I'm sharing the story. It's on his channel, so I'm not saying anything I shouldn't. Basically, he said, look, he had a choice between being a college football player, because dude is big as a house and he's very athletic and very good at football, or he could go out on the street and get a house, get a car, take care of his mother, take care of his father. What do you think he was going to do? He laid out the logic. He was like, I ain't worried about that. I could go over here and get paid. The logical choice is bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. That's logic, right? What you have now is more valuable than what you could get. So when you lay that choice out in front of people who are analytically talented are going to take the chain. They're going to be like, I'll take the bird now. Because if I give away this bird that's in my hand, I might not catch either one that's in the bush. So I know I need this today. Self-preservation trumps future expectations. That's just logical. So what 78 Sports TV is saying is it's obvious. It should be obvious that the most gifted people are going to get trapped in that system, and they do get trapped in that system. I have a friend that this dude does shit. I'm like, what the fuck? He went to a store and argued himself out of a bill because we were figuring out, we ate food, paid for the check. This dude was from the Harold Dickies. They gave his name's Johnny. They gave him a receipt. Johnny looked at the receipt and was like, man, this shit's wrong. And it was a receipt. I'm like, hold on, I mean, it's a receipt. It's a receipt. They ran that shit off a calculator, right? He's like, man, I don't care what they ran this shit off. This shit's wrong. And he went back up there. He's like, man, look, I'm not paying. This shit's wrong. What do you mean? He's like, the percentage is wrong. Look at that number. Look at that number. Pull out your fucking calculator and show this right here. You running the game on me. I'm not paying this shit. I'm paying this. And the guy was like, pulled out a calculator, did the calculation, and was like, you're right. We apologize. He caught that shit. I would have never caught that shit because I would have just trusted the receipt. But what those guys were doing in there is that they jimmied the fucking cash register. They were making an extra couple cents on every transaction by fucking up the calculation the computer was doing. But this dude just on an quick eye test saw it. Oh no, you ain't running a game on me. He's a brighter guy than me, easily. Hey, Drink More Water said, follow the logic. Yes, sir. It's given by the universe. Oh, Brian Knight said, I'm from the Ickies. That's what's up. Yeah, my boy was from the Ickies with like Marcus Liberty. He grew up with Marcus Liberty. Over there. Jacobs will whip Charles' ass. Yeah, he has to fight him first, homie. You got to fight him first. But Turbiev stoppage, by stoppage, nah. I don't see it. I see Wojciech beating him in a decision, if not late stoppage. I don't understand when you're a young kid. That's why it's so important to reach our kids early. The peer pressure is real for youth. Yeah, absolutely, man. It is. But it is. And the simple fact is, though, the way that we have shit structured, there's going to be people that are going to lose. It's just how it works. There's going to be people that lose in the system. The system is, when you have a system like we have, a pyramid system, it doesn't matter what you do or who does what individually. The vast majority of people are going to be at the base. And if everybody did all that they could do to the best of their ability and never did everything they were told, everything that was logical, they would all wind up of the same percentage would wind up at the bottom. Because there's only 10. There's only 10, right? We got 10 spots on the basketball team. We got 12 spots on the basketball team. We trying out 50. You can be as good as you want, but at the end of the day, we choosing 12. 38 of you gonna be ass out. 38 of y'all gonna be ass out, which is why they cheat. That's where the cheating comes in. That's where all the politics comes in. Because it can't be strictly meritorious in a system designed like the one we have. He said, we'll see then. Yeah, we'll see. You'll see. I haven't been wrong yet this year. So maybe this will be the one that I'm wrong on, dude. But I don't think it. Juniper B said, everybody worried about Loma getting hurt, fighting his actual weight, but okay with him seriously hurting smaller fighters. Where was the concern with Rigondeaux? You talking about Nestle? I thought you were talking about Black Fight Fan. First of all, Black Fight Fan keep bringing up Lomachenko, keep bringing up Guillermo Rigondeaux, which is only making Lomachenko look worse in my eyes. If that's the best you have, yeah, I got Wojciech. Better be have had problems with that last dude. Yeah, I got Wojciech. Wojciech coming straight at. I think Better be is gonna come straight at Wojciech. Wojciech gonna tap his ass up. That's what I think. But yeah, I got Wojciech. I got Wojciech by unanimous decision, if not stoppage. But I think dude's gonna be hardcore enough to make it through the fight. I think Wojciech's gonna be hardcore enough to make it through the fight. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. But I could be wrong. Environment will beat genetics almost every time. Yeah, especially because genetics are a result of environment too. Dog, you ever listen to 78 talk about dogs? 78 Sports TV talk about dogs? Your genetics are influenced by your environment. If you have a dog, and then 78, if you still here, let me know I'm right, if I'm wrong. But if you can breed characteristics into dogs and it will pass down into their puppies because of their environment, the same thing works for human beings. You got some nervous, jittery ass mama and daddy. Shit, you have some nervous, jittery ass kids. That's why we all cool with all this super violent ass bullshit that goes on. Yeah, man. I mean, the whole theory of that stuff to me. Hey, thanks to 78. I appreciate that. The whole theory of genetics to me, and this shit is, dude. That's how they That's how they describe it. That's how our dominant society describes this stuff. It's a way to understand it. It's not the thing itself. Okay, it's not the thing itself. And 100 years from now, the thing with the scientific method is that you have a hypothesis that they believe that is treated as true until it's proven wrong. And it constantly gets proven wrong. You realize that Einstein was wrong? Einstein was wrong. They in the religion of science, they say it was incomplete and people built upon it. No, it was wrong. And they know this is just their hypothesis. This is what they believe the circumstance to be. And it will stay the rule until it's proven wrong. And it is always proven wrong. Always. He called out Jamal, not Jermel. They were both at 154 at the time. It was after Jermel knocked out J-Rock. It was the last fight at 154. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. I'm dipping in the middle of that. Likely genetics get passed on, no escape. Certain aspects of it, but it can also change. Clearly, it can change because we are related to the first. We are a direct, according to the scientific theory, right? The theory of evolution, which to me, it is basic premise, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Adaptation, yes. But the way they're describing it, it's a lot of chance, homie. That's way too much chance in that scenario. You know what I mean? Like, too much chance. So anyway, without going into that conversation, the first organism there was physical organism, we're a result of that, right? We're a result of it. It had to have changed over time. If what they're saying is right, a dinosaur changed into a bird. So clearly the genetics of a dinosaur was escapable because they're no longer 100 feet high and 50 feet long and all that. They're not there anymore. Dogs were wolves. They changed. See, here's my problem with evolution is the way that my problem with evolution is this. I don't think what they're saying is completely wrong because obviously I can tell if I sit into a room full of basketball players and there's a little Asian lady sitting there and there's 5 black people there and 2 white people, I can tell who at least one of the Asian kids I can tell who the kid is of that Asian lady if I look close enough. And I can tell more than likely who I can narrow down the number of kids by the white person. There's certain observations you can make based on genetics, clearly, right? The blood is how they refer to it. My problem is the creation of it because it's basically saying that one thing led to another. But it would be like, how could life ever be created if it's random? Because if you take a coin, I don't have a coin, right? If you have a coin, damn, where's my coin? But if you flip a penny, right? And you say, okay, it's going to be a 50-50 chance that this penny lands on head, right? 50-50 chance that it lands on tails. Okay? That is just chance, right? That's chance. 50-50. In order for organisms in life to develop that matter, do you know how many times you have to hit heads in a row in order for something like that to keep building on itself without there being any type of intentional development to it? Personally, what I believe is that the physical world is a manifestation of something that exists in a non-physical form. So pretty much it's not random. It's just representative of something that's not physical. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. I think that we are, to the extent that you have any comprehension of something that is matter, that matter is it's just the physical realization of things that exist that are not physical. Similar to, rain doesn't really just magically appear out of the sky. It's condensation from water that is in a form that you can't notice. And that's really what the pyromancy, one of the original religions that dealt with fire, talked about. Brings to me like the falling of the angel. That's what the allegory is, or of falling angels, right? Angels are something that you do not see, that are not physical, but they descend into physical reality. So similar to snow, it's not snow in the atmosphere. It becomes snow as it slows down and it freezes up. Or a flame, you know, the hottest part of the original portion of the flame is what you can't see at the bottom. So anyway, man, it is what it is, man. I went way too far on this shit today. Yeah, except for Tyron Jones, it defies the 50-50 eye. Yeah, because that's why I'm saying I don't believe that that doesn't make sense. It only makes sense that it is, if it's not sitting somebody up in a cloud pointing and telling everybody what to do, it could be just like other things in nature, just a manifestation of something else. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. B&B said, Fanon, evolution is a whole lot of what I think, and it's really a justification on how they treat people of color on the whole planet. Without a doubt, there's that aspect of it. I don't want to get into that in the channel, but without a doubt, genetic predisposition, if everything's associated with the passing of something from your father to your mother, then that does justify the treatment of the child like you taught the parent, because it's an unavoidable fact that they're going to wind up being like that. Oh, absolutely. There's definitely socio-political uses for that nonsense, but it is what it is, man. Yeah, Nelson Lee, I got that, man. Yep, 1870s, bad scientific practice. Yeah, before that too, well before that. But it's, you know, that's how funding goes. They fund these people to give them the answer that they want, not the answer. They fund people to write laws for the outcome they want, and the same people will fund scientists to give them scientific backing for results that they want. You know what I mean? They ain't paying them to find the answer out. They're finding them to give validation to something that they want to do. Man, Orlando, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is flawed. But on the same side, they'll think that, you know, like creation is either or, right? It's like mutually exclusive. Either it's this or it's that. It could be neither. But look, man, much love to everybody. Oh, Matthew Smith said probable doesn't mean possible. Just saying, absolutely. Probable doesn't mean impossible. I'm sorry. God dang, forgive me. Improbable doesn't mean impossible. Just actually, that's true. That's true. It's not impossible, but highly improbable. Okay? Highly improbable. But I agree 100%, Matthew. No doubt about that. For now, what do you think the cause of all these boxers passing away in this ring was? You know what worries me about the only thing that I saw about the one that just happened, and I got a video coming up about it that bothered me, was that was his fourth fight in 12 months. And brain injuries, any injury needs time to heal. If you don't give your brain time to heal, it's more susceptible to re-injury. And I believe that was his fourth fight in a year. Matter of fact, it was definitely his fourth fight in a year. Of 2018, he fought October 27th of 2018. Then he fought in February of this month. Then he fought in June. Then he fought in October. So in the last 10 months, in the last 12 months, he fought 4 times. In the last 18 months, he fought 5 times. His last fight before that was Carlos Adames. And you know Carlos Adames is a very good fighter. I don't see, if he had caught a concussion in one of the fights before, but he never had a chance to let his brain heal, then he had a higher likelihood of re-injuring it. That's what bothers me when you see fighters being too active. Too active. That's a sign that was odd that I looked at and I was like 4 times in like Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer fought on DAZN like 5 times in a year. That's one of the criticisms I had for Eddie Hearn when Eddie Hearn said he's going to get people 3-4 fights a year. These guys need to be fighting 3-4 times a year. How are you going to fight 3? What if you get a concussion? What if you get a concussion? It takes time to heal. If you blew your knee out, just say you blow a fighter blows his knee out, tears his ACL. Is he going to fight 3 months later with a torn ACL? No, he's not going to fight 3 months later with a torn ACL. But he very well could do that with a micro concussion. And a micro concussion is whenever you get buzzed. So the amount of time, the amount of fights he had in the last 12 months, that could be something. The weight draining and draining the water off your brain to lose weight, that's something else. But yeah, I mean, but see, here's the thing, man. You can do hindsight is 2020. The fact of the matter is that clearly he was hurt. Oh crap, not Floyd Patterson. Sugar Ray Robinson fought many times a year. Nelson or Chano. Nelsie, do you not know how Sugar Ray Robinson ended his life? And how Floyd Patterson ended their life? Both of those guys ended their life with severe brain damage. They didn't know where they were for the last 10 years of their life. Those guys took significant amount of punishment after they got out of the ring. They didn't die in the ring, but Sugar Ray Robinson didn't know who he was. Floyd Patterson didn't know who he was. Those are bad examples. Very bad examples. Do you have another example? Besides 2 people that ended their lives tragically? Dude, those guys that were fighting in the 50s, those guys that fought all those times, those guys wind up being, that's where the term punch drunk comes from. Look at Sugar Ray Leonard. Look at the people who did not fight that often. That's the people you should look at. Look at the people that didn't fight that often. Look at the people who retired early. Sugar Ray Leonard is still, it sounds like he's crystal clear because he took years off to let his brain heal. Floyd Mayweather Jr., once he made money, went to once a year. That's a tremendous amount of punishment that you're taking in your head. You kidding me? How is it logical to assume that getting punched in your head more times a year is it more risky? That just doesn't make any sense. CTE before it was called CTE, yeah. The LJ said they were stumbling and bumbling around. Absolutely. Look at Edwin. Matter of fact, look at Arturo Gatti. Didn't Arturo Gatti wind up? Arturo Gatti was out of his mind when he passed. You had Edwin Valario hanging himself in jail cells. People committing suicide. People throwing wives out of buildings and doing all kind of crazy shit. The way that injuries heal is rest. Just think about this for a second. The way that you heal from an injury is rest. It's rest. If you get injured and you don't rest, you continue to hurt yourself. That's common sense, man. Partake in it. Partake in it. You know what I mean? Few rarities. Archie Moore had 132 KOs, 20 fights, was clear as a bell until he died. But rare. Yeah, that's rare. That's rare. And he didn't take a lot of shots. Archie Moore protected that dome. But yeah, man, of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but you know, it is what it is. Hey, look, much love to everybody in the super chat, man. Thank you to everybody in support of the channel today, man. I really appreciate it. Mr. Brian says some boxing fan thinks fighters are almost animals and don't appreciate them enough. Yeah, man, you let people heal, man. But much love to everybody, even if I dissed you and he irritated me. Still much love, much respect to everybody out there. Go find an LDBC channel and subscribe. You know how it goes. And with that, we out. Peace.